Hello everyone, I'm back with another simple recipe. I found a nice and cheap piece of beef shoulder on sale today, so I didn't have to think twice. Cheap cuts of beef can be troublesome to cook, but there is one way that always works great. Let me show you how to make super tender braised beef with a rich sauce that's full of flavor, served with a side of mashed potatoes. I have already prepared all the ingredients, so we are ready to go. Check the recipe on my blog for a full listing with exact measurements. This piece of beef shoulder weighs about 2 pounds or 1 kilo, and it should be enough to make 4 or 5 servings. By the way, you can use pretty much any beef cut for this recipe. Cut the beef into about half an inch thick pieces and then use a meat mallet to tenderize each of them. Using a plastic wrap or bag will help to keep your working space clean. And finally, cut the meat into smaller pieces so they cook faster and more evenly. Go on with some basic seasoning. I'm using just freshly ground black pepper at this point. And from both sides, please. Once seasoned, set the beef aside and move on to the next step. Heat up a few tablespoons of vegetable or olive oil in a deep pan or wok and add 2 large finely chopped yellow onions. Sauté the onions on high heat until the pieces start to brown. Once browned, add 2 finely chopped cloves of garlic and sauté for 2 or 3 more minutes. Pour in 2 tablespoons of soy sauce and again sauté for a minute or 2. Let's add 2 tablespoons of tomato puree, mix properly and continue with a tablespoon or 2 of mild yellow mustard. You can use Dijon mustard too, in case you like that type. Red paprika comes next. I'm using 2 full tablespoons. Mix properly and add a small glass of red wine. Please don't resort to using the cheapest one you can find. The better the wine, the better the final taste. Cook for a few minutes so the alcohol evaporates and add our lovely beef to the pan. Mix it with the base properly to make sure every piece is covered. Drop in 2 stalks of rosemary or thyme, mix again, cover the pan and start braising on low heat. About 30 minutes later, the beef has released a solid amount of liquid, but we need more. Pour in 1½ cup of beef broth or stock. Cover the pan again and braise for 30 more minutes. Now is the right time for a taste test. I had to add some more black pepper and a small amount of salt. Put the lid back on and keep on braising until the meat becomes tender. I like to add some veggies as well. I've used just carrots today, but you can definitely add more vegetable types or skip them entirely. Keep braising for about 20 minutes or until the carrots become tender. The meat should be fully cooked and perfectly tender by now, and there is one last thing to do. I like the sauce to be thick, so let's make that happen. Whisk 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour with water and keep adding it to the pan in batches until you reach the desired consistency. And we are done. The meat is so tender that you can easily break it with a spatula like this. And the sauce looks just great too. My side of choice for today are mashed potatoes, but you can use rice or pasta just fine. Add some chopped parsley for garnish and we are ready to eat. Thanks for watching and see you next time.